Hey guys, okay, today I just wanted to do a quick, I don't know, maybe semi-quick tutorial for a simple Valentine's Day look for you guys to do that doesn't require a lot of steps, just basic makeup application, but just amped up a little bit, add a touch of glow, as you can see here, and doing little, extra things with your lips to enhance your look. Nothing like too elaborate. It's not a beat face where you're slayed to the gods or anything like that. It's just something that that everyday folk can do, without having to watch hours of YouTube videos to learn how to do a cut crease or anything like that. So I hope you enjoy it, and let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more videos where it's just pretty much a simple makeup application, or if you want to see more elaborate stuff. And I think the next video that I'm going to try to do would be an eyebrow video, because some people have commented they like the way that my brows look, and I don't really do anything that's all that dramatic with my brows, and my brows are not identical either. My natural brows aren't identical, but I do just try to make them look a little bit more polished to go along for the rest of the look. So if you want to see how I do my brows, also let me know that, and I can put together a tutorial for that, because there's a couple of ways that I do them. One's very easy and one's a little bit more, high maintenance. So let me know which ones you want to see. Okay. Okay, for this look, I'm using a powder foundation from Estee Lauder. It's a double wear powder foundation, and I'm just applying a light layer. And this is foundation that I would normally use in the summertime because it's like way dark. The powder foundation is, but it's the only powder foundation that I got, so that's what I'm using for this tutorial. And I'm just blending it out with a kabuki brush. And I'm applying concealer on areas that need it only. But I'm not trying to completely hide my flaws, just to lessen their impact. Because the purpose of this is to just enhance your beauty, not to cover up anything. And plus, if you try to put on too much of anything that's creamy on top of a powder, you're going to get a caked look on your face. And you don't want that. Now I'm going to do my eyeshadow now. Excuse me. And I'm using the Carli Bybel palette. And I think that's how you pronounce the name. Sorry, girl, if I got it wrong. I'm sure somebody correct me. And before I do that, I'm applying primers. The Urban Decay Primer Potion first. And I just pat that on with my fingers. And what I like to do with primers is I always like to set them with a light beigey type of matte eyeshadow. Okay, next I'm going in with a medium brown shade, and what I use this shade for is just to be my first layer of color to help build everything out, and it's just to really enhance my eyes. It's not to give me a dramatic eye look, but just to enhance it. And I'm going in with the next shade over, which is a bit deeper, building on top of that. And you see that I'm not going all the way down across my eye, because I have hooded eyes, and when you go all the way down like that, it kind of drag your eye down, and I don't need nothing else dragging my eyes down. And with this darker shade, and it's the darkest shade that I'm going to be using on my eyes, I'm extending it out to that corner, but I'm not going all the way down. I'm stopping, midway up there, so that it can kind of give me a little bit of a lift at the corner. And you see how I'm taking it back into the into that middle lid, and now I'm blending it all out so I don't have any harsh lines, and everything has a nice gradation of color going on. And as you can see, it's nothing very dramatic. It's just something that's simple, but it enhances the way that my eyes look. Now you see me going back into my concealer palette, and what I'm doing is to my center of my lid, I'm putting concealer on there, and that's because I'm going to use a light shimmer shadow there, and that concealer helps to make the shimmer shadow really pop and stand out. And that's the only thing on the eye look that I want to stand out really bad, is that shimmer powder. And I'm not using any brushes, I'm just using my finger to pat it in. And you can even tell right now that, you can actually see the shimmer shadow. If I didn't put that concealer on there, you wouldn't be able to tell that I had it on at all. And now I'm going to clean up, what I did with the shimmer shadow by putting that darker shade and defining my crease a little bit. Now I'm not giving myself a cut crease, but it's just going along the line to kind of, define it. And that's the only, I would guess, harsh line that you will even see there. Okay, now I just did my brows. I did those off camera because I'm going to do a tutorial on that later. But now I'm applying like a first layer of bronze, which is like very light, but it's to give me like an overall glow because it has shimmer to it. Now I'm going for another bronze, and it's a matte bronzer that I have, and I'm using that to serve as my contour. And normally if I was doing like a complete beat face, I would take out my contour palette, which has about like 10 shades of contour in there, and I use like about 3 or 4 of those for different areas of my face. But this one I'm just using a bronzer to take care of it all. You have to buff that out and blend it out. And now I'm going to apply a rose gold blush because, like I said, this is a soft, beauty enhancing Valentine's Day look. Nothing dramatic, but a soft rose gold blush, is very pretty. And this, to me, I think it's kind of universally flattering if you can find one. And now I'm going back to the Carli Bybel palette, and I'm using the pinkish highlight. Now I wasn't prepared for how intense the highlight was, and that kind of shocked me. You see how that glow was just like bam. But I'm going to try to tone that down later. And now I'm going for the next shade over, which is more of a golden tone for my nose, forehead, and chin. Now how I'm going to tone down the highlight, I'm going to use that same brush that I applied my bronzer with for contour to kind of like lessen that glow a little bit. The glow's still pretty sharp, but not as sharp as it was before. Okay, and I'm using 2 shades of lipstick. They're both from Revlon, the Ultra Matte HD. And the first one I'm applying is HD Temptation, which is like a very bright, hot pink color. And Amber said it's going to be enhancing, so don't worry. I'm not going to leave the shade looking that bright because it would totally overpower the whole look. And I sit here and I blot that out. And then I apply the HD Passion. Now where I'm applying that at is on the inner part of my lip, and then I kind of like smooth it out, press my lips together to smooth that out. And you see how it deepened the color a bit. Now on top of that, the same pink highlight that I used on my cheeks, I'm putting that into the center. And it gives a little bit of glow, but it also kind of softens the impact of that HD Passion and Temptation together. And now I'm softening my whole look, which is with my Holy Grail finishing powder, the e.l.f. HD powder. And this one is in shimmer. And it gives your face like a soft filter glow. And this is how the finished look appears in indoor lighting with natural light flooding in, and then the same indoor lighting but with flash on. And this one's still indoor lighting but with ring light. And so you can see the difference between regular indoor lighting and the ring light set to the highest setting to resemble a flash.